Welcome to the Alchemy Accounts Payable demonstration. We'll be looking at how an invoice is received, processed and approved through the Alchemy document management solution. An invoice can come in from various sources. Paper invoices can be scanned, electronic invoices received by email, or faxes can be saved to a processing folder on the network. The Productivity Suite client carries out a full-page optical character recognition on the invoice. The user knows which information they want to store against the invoice. On the left, they can see a list of profile fields that need indexing, so the invoice can be retrieved later, or data that can be used as criteria for folder routing later on. The user simply has to click the text on the electronic image once for the data to be stored in the profile field. In the first field, supplier name, a SQL database lookup has been set up to automatically pull in the supplier number, saving the user time from having to look this up on another system. The purchase order amount is pulled in via ODBC using the purchase order number field. This will be used later to ensure the invoice amount matches the purchase order amount. Regular expressions can be used to describe the format of a field. Once specified, the software will highlight all text on the page that matches that specification, making it easy for the user to find. Note that this is what is happening for the invoice date field. Once the indexing information is complete, the user can submit the invoice, which will file it along with the data to an Alchemy database. First check Productivity Suite makes is that the invoice amount matches the purchase order amount. If it does not match, the invoice is routed to a folder where an accounts payable clerk can work to resolve the problem. If it matches, it gets routed to the approver. Scheduled to run daily, each approver will be notified via email that they have a number of invoices in their folder to view and take action on. The email will contain multiple hyperlinks that will take the approver directly to the relevant invoice using the Alchemy web client. Here the approver can view the invoice and either approve, reject or put the invoice on hold, specifying a reason from a pre-populated list. Shortly afterward, the invoice is moved from the approver's folder into a folder based on its status. Rejected and on-hold invoices will sit in their respective folders while the accounts payable team work on resolving them. Folder routing is configured to analyse the data stored in a profile field. It can check that a value is greater than, less than, or equal to a specific value. In this example, the approved invoices go through one more level of checking prior to being paid. Invoices less than £1,500 will be paid automatically, but invoices over £1,500 must be approved by the financial director before payment can be made. Once this analysis is done, the invoice is routed to the Ready to be Paid folder. From here, Productivity Suite server will export the data associated with the invoice to send a feed to the finance system telling it that this invoice can be paid. The invoice is then moved to the Paid folder within the database for archiving. Security can be configured so each user only has access to specific folders within the Alchemy database and authenticates through Active Directory. Every action taken on an invoice is securely logged so you can see which user approved an invoice and when. That completes our demonstration. Thank you very much for your time.